The following program is rated S for satire. We are not professionals, nor are we clinically depressed. We do, however, suffer from long bouts of indecision and stagnation. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome back to this week's episode of Take That Depression, the Drawful Arc. I'm Kyler. That's Spencer.
Hello.
And we have a very special guest today because it is our 20th episode now. We have Mom.
Hello. Happy to be here.
From the Wondering Hour podcast. Spencer, Mom, how was your weeks this week?
It was good. It's been going by a little too fast, but it's been, I've enjoyed it. Lots of video games and relaxing.
Yeah.
It's the end of the week, so no complaints there. Happy to be here.
Yeah, we've been delving back into some Diablo 4. That's been a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very much looking forward to playing some more of that next weekend.
And I played Disney Dreamlight Valley this week. So we did equally cool things.
That being said, I think we can go right along and pick our random words for this week. We're going to let our guest pick. This week, the words are attention, affair, knowledge, library, and elevator.
Those are very interesting choices.
I don't know that I super love any of them, but I'm excited to see what you pick.
I'm very nervous, and I'm going to regret it immediately.
What's your pick?
Oh, no dramatic countdown?
You can if you want to. Do you
No.
want to count down drum roll?
It's perfect. In an immediate regretful fashion, I'm going to choose library.
Oh.
That's the wrong one.
It is. Get your sharp edges ready.
Yeah, there's too many books that need to be
There's
drawn.
so many angles. I'm so excited. I can't do a straight line to save my life. So they have features for that, and I still can't do it. So fingers crossed.
I'm definitely excited to see where we all go for library because, I mean, there's we have Monsters University. You could draw the big slug lady. She was in the library. You can just take it literal and draw a bunch of books.
Yeah, I don't think there's any end to library. You can do anything. So
yeah.
As much as I joke, I feel like that was a good choice.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
It's definitely. Hopefully, we got 3 different drawings here, and not just wall-to-wall bookshelves 3 times.
We took it very literally.
But with that being said, I think we get right into it, and this will be a bit of a guest questionnaire episode because we do have Mom joining us from the Wondering Hour podcast, so we'll be talking a little bit about that. But I think we just get right into it, and everybody can start drawing whenever they're ready. The first question is, who are you, and what do you do?
Perfect. Well, I think you said so nicely. On more than one occasion, I am Mom from the Wondering Hour podcast, and it is a cozy little question and answer podcast. We sit, Dad and I, the other half of Mom, you may have anticipated, answer questions about ourselves, our lives, and things that we want our kids to know and remember, and it's mostly for them, but we like to share with everybody. No judgments here. So that's mostly our project.
Yeah, I quite enjoy leaving that legacy. I think has been a fun thing to have, to leave that for the kids and make things with the intention of it being for them. It's been a fun, wrapping my brain, or not making content for the masses, or just making content for our kids. And that's been difficult, but fun to see where we can go with that.
It takes a lot of the pressure off. I'm not worried about the outside world and their opinion. I'm just worried about my kids thinking I'm super lame one day, which I feel is pretty inevitable.
Yeah, it's got to be.
So someday they'll be older and come back to it and be like, this was nice.
Yeah.
As an outside window looking in, it is very, very cute. I very much enjoy seeing that on my news feed in comparison to... I shouldn't say in comparison to everybody else, just in general. I very much enjoy when it comes across as super cute.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on right now that I think like a little bit more wholesome.
Yeah, that's
goes
exactly
a long
what
way.
I'd
The
say.
world can use some holes
Yeah.
in right
It's a
now more than
soft
ever.
place to land, I
Yeah.
think, at the end of the week, which
Yeah.
is why you can catch us on Fridays.
Yeah,
Um,
Friday nights.
And it takes a step back and just really focuses and appreciates the family aspect and the parts that matter in the world right now.
Yeah, it's definitely a good thing to have for us right now. It's been fun also to create.
Yeah. Do I get to use reference images for this?
Yeah.
Or is
I'm
it like a
gonna
whole...
find a reference
Yeah.
Oh,
photo.
perfect. Okay, great.
It's a dangerous game not to, and I'm gonna try and go referenceless right now, but you definitely can.
Oh, see, I feel like it's so easy to just like, okay, it's rectangle. We crushed it. It's a book.
And
Library.
shelf and small rectangle. Small rectangle.
And let's pack
small
it up for
rectangle.
the day. So
And done. Copy
I don't
paste.
know.
Copy paste.
I looked it up to make sure I could say it right.
Mhm.
I still don't think so. Aphantasia. I don't know about you
Yes.
guys. I cannot visualize.
No. Yeah.
Photos.
Yeah.
When I close my eyes, it is utterly blank. There is no picture. There's nothing to look at. When I'm like reading, I am just saying descriptive words. Apple, red, smooth, green, yellow.
When I was
Round.
younger, I feel like everything used to be very descriptive. Like in my mind, I could like envision everything, but I feel like the older I get, I don't know if my imagination's just fleeting from me.
See, and I feel like it's a muscle. You got to work it, and I am a great copier. I can
Yeah.
I can build off of a lot, but to come up, with a just totally unique idea. Oh man, wouldn't it be nice?
Yeah, we had this conversation recently, and that like I don't see pictures, but like for math and stuff, I can see numbers. I can I can use my brain kind of as a chalkboard for numbers. But pictures, no, I got nothing.
I think because again, I can't see any pictures. That doesn't happen for me. But even for math, I can't describe numbers very well to myself,
Yeah.
so I feel like I can't wrap my head around them either, because I'm like, yeah, okay, 7 does what? Like, that means nothing to me.
Yeah.
So that does not help me in the math department.
Yeah. A fun topic though, for sure. To especially for drawing.
Yes.
It's fun to think about like how you see things internally.
I was blessed with the ability to copy, not the ability to create. I think I can copy
Cursed.
pretty well, but yeah, and then like there are things that I can change here and there, but it is so hard to just come up organic, and I dream of being that person, and that's why I'm too shy of an art major. I can get an assignment done. Don't ask me to like produce art.
What inspired you to start your project in the first place?
Ah, great question. I think the easiest thing is that I was on maternity leave and we had a lot of time.
Yep.
And we're like, what are we going to do with ourselves? And I think it was always, oh, I got to go do this for the podcast. I got to get this done for the podcast. And we're already having a lot of like in-depth conversations. We had a lot of time together. And so just being like, okay, well, we could sit down and record this. We could keep this for them. We could keep this for later. And we follow along with a question and answer book. It's 3,000 questions, getting to know me. And so we already used to kind of sit together and answer those questions and talk about them a lot just to pass the time. So to do a lot of those, that was always like a bonding, connecting kind of activity. So we're like, well, this is a great way to facilitate the conversation and then keep it in a memorable manner for them and for later. So
Yeah.
the time, it was mostly just how do we fill our time, as if the kid didn't take up how much of it. We're like, no, we consider a passion project right now.
We got time.
and it was our second.
Yeah.
I think that's key, because the first time maternity leave, it was slower. Life was lazier. Things were great. They just kind of sit and hang out, but with a toddler and a baby, there's no time for sitting. So we're like, we got to do something. We got to do something right now. And even like, you'd go to daycare and we'd be like, nah, we've got time now.
We have 3 hours to take 60 TikToks or something like that.
Yeah.
That was a fun day.
It was. We got a babysitter to do. Yeah. 3 weeks worth of TikToks.
Yeah.
But it feels good, though, to have them done. I'm always stressing because it's like, I got to post, I got to make a TikTok, and then it's like, oh, shit, I forgot.
Yes. And that was a big thing that I feel like, over maternity leave especially, that was something that we're always like, oh, I got to go make this post, and I got to go make this post. Oh, I don't have any ideas. And I'm like, well, that gives me anxiety, and I'm not even the one doing it. So
don't we pay people for this?
Yes.
You would think. I think I said it at kind of the top of the episode of something that also pushed me was that legacy to leave behind, so that they always kind of know, the kids always know who we were, what we stood for. I think that's a meaningful thing to leave and pass down. And I hope they feel the same way. I'm sure that especially in 10, 12 years when they're teenagers, they're going to be very much like you. How could you do this? People from my class can find this, and then...
Cringe, guys.
And then in 40 years after that, I think they're going to be pretty stoked to have it.
Absolutely. I think, we feel very strongly about the audio that people leave behind. I know for our wedding guest book, we had the leave a message phone. I can't remember what it's called.
No.
But
it's
it was
an audio guest book.
Perfect. That makes sense. Perfectly marketed. But it was so nice to have that, of all of our family members and people in our lives leave just that little snippet behind. And we've had people pass since our wedding, and to have that audio clip of them is such a special thing. And so we're like, for me, I'm like, in the most extremist fashion, I'm like, if one of us dies tragically, I want my kids to have something, because I feel like that's one of those things. Like, I've had friends whose parents have passed very young, and you're always kind of wondering about who they were and the things they cared about, and da-da-da. And, well, now they're going to have weeks and weeks of hour-long content, and then even more time of video content to, like, sit and have that.
Yeah,
I'm never going to be wondering.
Yeah.
And then, of course, on the alternative, we'll live forever, and they'll be like, gosh, I hate this.
Yeah.
You think I want to listen to you guys talk more? But it's there, and we're ready.
Yeah, and it's also something, especially when they're younger, again, not so much when they're, like, teenagers, but it is that, like, cool-down vibe. So if it, like, at night, Friday night, we can, we have a Tony's box for our son, little magnetic figures that just, like, play sounds. So we can put, like, an episode of the podcast on a little Tony, and then he can listen to it while he's going to bed, and just to have that vibe to set the mood.
So I don't have to go up the stairs 1,500 times.
Yeah.
You talk to your little recorded mom on your device, and I will be available in the morning.
Yeah. It's definitely been a very fun project, and I've been enjoying it quite a lot.
I'm glad to hear that. It would have been really awkward otherwise.
I hate it. What would be one tip you would give someone who's just starting out podcasting, or just starting out, like, we do a lot of TikTok stuff. So what would be, I have a tip for TikTok stuff, but
I have a tip
take it.
for TikTok stuff that I think is exactly what you're thinking. We were so good. We did so much planning going into this. We had a release schedule. We made all of these things ahead of time. We're like, this is when the podcast will drop. We'll do TikToks kind of leading up to it. And we did all of those. And then finally, when our first episode came out, we were like ready. We had a week's worth of content scheduled out. And TikTok went, we don't know you like that, and then wouldn't show any of our stuff. So it was just a week's worth of 0 views after 0. And we had like 3 TikToks a day scheduled out. So that was a nightmare. And like the planner in me was like, I could not have thought of a worse scenario. We did all the right things, and then of course. So we learned after a lot of trial and error that the best thing you can do for TikTok, also YouTube, I believe, responded the same way. You have to build a rapport first.
Yeah, you got to make the algorithm happy.
Yes, they need to see that you're a real person, like posting from your phone. We tried to do a lot from the computer because we planned for it.
Yep.
And they went, nope, that's weird. And then we tried to schedule out a lot of stuff, and they're like, who do you think you are? And it must have just looked really spammy.
Yeah.
So I guess my bit of info starting out there would be, be cool, be casual, be a real person. Apparently, if you're too type A, they do not care for it. So that's what I learned.
Yeah, it was very hard, because we had, so for the first week of TikTok, we recorded 3 weeks worth of TikToks. We scheduled out the entire first week, which was 23 TikToks, and it amounted to like 30 or 40 total views.
That's so disheartening.
Yeah,
it was. And like all of our like pre-release stuff that's like, here's the content that's going to be coming, here's all the segments we'll have, here's all of this, did
fine.
Fine. So to then be like, okay, now we're getting into the real content, we'll see what the people like. And then they were like, psych. And then we had to do a lot of trial and error. So even like after that, we couldn't just like get back to a schedule. And then we had to go repost a bunch of stuff. Yeah. And so it was super disheartening. We're still not totally back on a schedule.
No.
So it's been a learning curve for sure. And I think that's the big thing.
Yeah.
Figure out your algorithm. Algorithm.
Yep.
Make it happy. And then someday, I'm sure you'll be able to schedule.
Because we just tried recently after a week of doing by phone, normal way, and they shadow banned us again. The thing that I was telling Spencer at work this week, we put like 3 hours. We edited a video. It took us like 3 hours to edit one video. And I think that right now the video has like 4 or 5 views. That was something that we both went into this knowing.
I think it's like 33 now.
Oh,
really
nice.
Popping off, if you will.
Crazy. 10 views per hour of work. I love it.
Yeah.
And again, it's not built for a wider audience. It is built for our kids. But it was... we wanted to put quality first with this project. We really wanted to make sure that what we were putting out was not just, here are some memories for the kids. It would be something that they would come back and want to watch or listen to. Yeah,
because otherwise I could have just given them my camera reel, and they would have been like, I hate all of this.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just that it was... definitely quality first, and then we did that, and then TikTok was like, no, so it was very disheartening at first. But then we made it after that.
Yes. So that's the biggest. Podcast-wise, everything went according to plan.
Yeah.
So I have no complaints.
Yeah, there's almost nothing. There's no plan for that. That was just kind of upload and go from there, and that's kind of been what it's been. But yeah, it's definitely been a fun project, and if you're doing TikTok stuff, we'll make your algorithm like you first. They want you to put out bad content first.
Yes.
Before you can schedule and edit and really make something yours.
Well, and the thing is I was so worried about after maternity leave, when we're going back to work and posting at certain times of the day. And then again, we have 2 small kids, so when am I going to find time to just organically post throughout the day? And the algorithm made sure that was something we've had to prioritize. So that's definitely the bit. That's the tip I'd give anyone starting out is no know what you're doing, and swerve, you know?
Yep.
And
Yeah.
we,
Be willing to grow and learn.
had to figure it out.
Yep.
We tried uploading from the computer, we tried uploading with a different app, we tried then sending it to our phone and uploading. I mean, it was so many different trial and errors, which is why the schedule went out the door.
Yeah.
But we're getting there.
I'm glad you guys did stick with it, and it's not just like, well, this isn't working, we're done.
Yes. It was so easy, because I definitely feel like there was a week where we talked about it, and I'm like, but
Yeah.
we got a babysitter to record these. I'm not. We're putting it out.
I almost gave up on TikTok after like figuring all that out, because like
Yes.
YouTube did fine out the gate. So like I was just like, let's just put everything on YouTube, and then you had guided me back, and you're like, hey, like we were already started, we may as well like keep at this now. And yeah, it's been a good swerve for sure.
Let's show some grit.
Mm-hmm.
Can you share a resource that helped you along your journey?
So for a lot of the video stuff, first off, foremost, Google. That was the saving grace. The amount of times I'm like, why isn't this working? Google had my back. However, overall, I think for our podcast, I mentioned it earlier, the 3,000 Questions About Me is the book that we use for a lot of our questions and references and things that we look back on and use to, kind of curate our episodes. And that is just the funnest, little neatest book. I highly recommend it. Again, you don't need to make a whole podcast around it, but I know my cousin had been like, you could get me the book for my birthday, because it's such a great thing to just sit down and like, one, do for yourself, but for us, like we sat down and made it, we'd spend an hour just asking each other the questions, and it really kind of helped curate the deeper conversations that are easy to overlook, and harder to make organically.
Yep.
So
Yeah, it's definitely like we did it when we first started dating again.
yes.
That was huge. That, again, like you said, facilitated a lot of those early on conversations that you may not think about, and like it really there's like some silly questions in there. There's some questions that really get to the meat and potatoes of kind of like who you are and how you are. And I think that does a lot for an early on relationship to kind of like figure out who the other person is. It's a very fun thing to go ahead and do.
Yeah, I agree. I feel very strongly about the book. I can't ever remember buying it or what the intention was with it, but I love it. It's come a long way, and it's been great for us. And I believe it's by Piccadilly.
Piccadilly.
Yes.
I barely know a dilly.
They curated all the questions, and I don't think it was personally written, but they compiled and put everything together into that neat little book for us, and could not be more thankful for it.
Yeah, definitely a very good book. Highly, highly recommend. What was... I feel like we have a great answer for this already. What was your biggest challenge or failure, and what did you learn?
Yeah, again, I think referencing back to all of the TikTok stuff, that was definitely the biggest challenge. That was definitely the hardest thing to address and to pick up and try again.
Yeah.
To pick up and try again. And I'm like, this is supposed to be a hobby. I don't know why I'm stressed all the time.
Yeah.
But there was a learning curve with it. And that's definitely what I took away from that. Is it's not going to be all peaches and rainbows, no matter how much you want it to be. So just kind of believing in the project and being like, this is something I want to put out, whether or not it pans out the way I want it to.
Yep.
Just believing in what we're doing and making it happen. And yeah, trying again.
Yep. Yeah, it's huge. Just being passionate. If you're trying to create content, don't just create content because you think you should. What you're creating, you should be passionate about. That's, I think, just a good recommendation all around.
Yeah, I would agree.
What is the next big milestone that you're working towards?
Mine, personally, is going to be to get back on a schedule.
Yeah, I was about to say, to be able to schedule out videos, I think is the easy pick.
Even if I don't get to schedule them out ahead of time because TikTok doesn't believe that we're real people doing things, just to we made a schedule. We have for all our little segments and the days that each of them come out and what times they come out. It's pretty intense, but to just sit down every day and be like, I guess I can re-upload this, boop.
Yeah.
It has not been fun for me. So I want to put all of the thinking out of the way and to just be able to sit down and go and have that schedule reference, be like, here's what it is, plug and play is the ease that I'm looking for at this point, and that's the milestone for me, is to get back to that, and hopefully then the rest will fall into place.
I wholeheartedly agree, and that was definitely going to be my next milestone, being able to schedule out again. It's such a... Going into this project, I feel like that, having that, being able to schedule, sitting down Thursday night and scheduling out next week's TikToks or videos or whatever, was such a big part in me being like, I think I can do this. If it just takes me a couple hours that night on Thursday, and then the whole week is set to go, and then just next Thursday I have to do more work. Because uploading 3 videos a day is pretty time consuming.
Yes.
If you have to do it by hand. And that was our goal.
And again, we have kids and jobs, and
Yeah.
I can't be posting TikToks at 9 a.m. on a work day. So to find the time to do that has been more difficult than I'd like. So yeah, the thought to have that and to be able to plug and play was really nice. And so
Yeah.
I dream of the day that happens again.
We'll get there, I'm sure.
Where can we find you, social media wise?
Well, you'll
Hit
be
us with
happy
that
to
link.
know. You'll never believe it. We are on TikTok.
Yep.
We are also on Spotify.
Yep.
Easy enough. I know, right? Also YouTube.
Yep.
There are other ones. Apple Music.
All
Not
the major
Apple
players.
Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Music.
And Amazon Music.
Amazon Music. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All the biggies.
Yep. Yes, we are at the Wondering Minute on TikTok. That we took. obviously-
Podcast is an hour. TikTok is a minute.
Yep.
Nobody gets time for an hour on TikTok unless you're watching the Korean dramas like I accidentally got on my algorithm. But
I saw those popping up and I'm just like, nope, swipe past
I-
it. So they're
I
not.
engage every time. I cannot believe it. The things that I scroll by and I'm like, oh, gosh, I gotta learn to scroll on. I don't know what it is.
At the Wondering Minute at TikTok and YouTube, we're the Wondering Hour. Same with Spotify, if you want to find us there. Follow along. Again, it's a gentle place to land at the end of the week. You get off work Friday night, and you just want to relax and kind of fall asleep. There's us answering questions in a chill kind of
I have a calmer
environment.
voice in that.
Yeah. I also do.
It's a hard sell for me, I know.
But yeah, TikTok is the more high energy if you're not interested in that kind of slowdown time. TikTok is generally the more high energy. We do cover some of the stuff that we cover on the podcast, but they're not like one-to-one. We'll quickly cover some questions that we answer questions that we totally didn't answer on the podcast. And that's probably the best place to interact with us in specific is on our TikTok.
Yeah.
We stay pretty active there.
We are there. And we're there a lot.
Yeah.
Because we need to be organically.
2 to 3 times a day now we have to hang out on TikTok.
Yes.
There are worse things. There are much worse things.
Absolutely.
That being said, Mom, do you want to leave us with one final thought?
I guess the big thing for me, and I think we've already said it before, is love what you're doing. Believe in your project. And again, it's easier to say that when you're not trying to reach everyone in the world and be like, I really want to blow up. This is the thing I want other people to know about. But, if you believe it and you have fun doing it, it's only going to get better. And again, put out any content to start and then focus on putting out good content.
Yeah.
And I think just keeping at it. Have fun with it. And, keep learning.
Yeah. I would definitely say, that the initial TikTok stuff, I would do kind of interaction heavy stuff forward, so you can interact with your audience if you're already doing stuff, like be asking questions, so you can just kind of like record yourself. And
it's not enough to just interact on your own stuff. You do need to be out there in the world with the community.
Yep.
Find people who are doing, somewhat similar things to you, and really
follow them.
You comment for them.
Yep.
Hopefully they come back to you. People follow your stuff. Go find theirs. It's just building each other up.
Yep. It's definitely a fun ride. I'm very stoked to see where it goes from here.
Yeah. So, if you got any questions, come on over.
Yes.
Find us there.
Find us on TikTok. You can also, if you have any questions, you don't want to, whatever, you can find us at thewonderinghour@gmail.com if you want to send us an email. We'll be checking that too, and so if you got any questions for us, if you want to say anything, let us know what you think, whatever. We will see you at that email also. Any final thoughts from you, Spencer? You've been kind of quiet this time. You've been focusing. Your book is looking very good.
The word was library. I'm just kidding. You're perfect.
It relates. We can connect those dots.
I think I could get there. It's fine.
2 degrees away. Books go in libraries. Library is the word.
As far as my final thought, I just want to say thanks again for coming on, and I'm very excited to see the content you guys put out, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're very, very stoked to keep making it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you again for giving us this time. I know it's kind of our podcast, so I have a pretty big say in what goes on, but also thank you for being cool with it.
Yeah.
And also
thanks for letting me hang out.
For coming on.
Yeah.
But I think with that, we'll close out this episode. And as we always love to say,
stay safe out there. Don't get mugged.
Got him.
If you are struggling, please, please, please reach out to someone or dial 988 to get connected with someone at the National Suicide Hotline. You do not have to go it alone.